Hi guys, I thought I would answer a question that I get a lot because I get it a lot. So many people must be wondering, should people go to therapy, couples therapy, when they are dating? And separately, should people, any sort of couple, go into counseling before it's necessary? So there's no problem, but they just want to go into couples counseling. No, neither of those people should go into couples counseling. Couples counseling is very expensive. Couples counseling is there to deal with problems. It's just like saying you're going to go on dialysis to prevent kidney problems. If you would like to learn about how to be in a relationship, there's courses that you could take, there's books you could take, and you should really be in individual therapy focus if you'd like to learn more about relationships and how you specifically may be triggered, how your background may impact you being a good partner. Go into individual counseling. But couples therapy, unless it's some sort of a premarital therapy course, where we just kind of go through different topics and assess what you guys think about them, that's different. That's not couples therapy. That's called premarital counseling. And sometimes, like in the Catholic faith, then people have to do that before they get married. All right, that's more of like a course, So if you'd like to take a course, we're even offering a course for people before they get married about sex, but first sex. Heather Ray is offering that, and I could link if anybody's interested. It's on the Best Life Behavioral Health website. But no, I don't think anybody, I don't think all people should be in therapy, and I have a podcast about that. Should everyone go to therapy? And I say no, because people don't all have to go to therapy. If you grew up in a loving home, you feel pretty confident, your relationships with other people go well, cool. If you want to learn more about yourself and dive into some sort of deeper, insight-oriented work, fine. Then you're kind of shaping the narrative of your life with somebody. But would I think everybody has to do that? No, of course not. Everybody's different. Some people are much less verbal than other people, And if anybody's trying to go into some sort of couples therapy in the honeymoon stage, what the hell's the point? All you're going to do the whole time is cuddle and agree with each other. Like, you're not really taking anything in. You're drunk on new love. This is like, whenever I have a client and they're like in that first, blush of new love, we're not doing any good work, I mean, we could talk about other things, parenting, work, etc. But the relationship, like, we got to wait for some stuff to actually happen in the relationship, and they're not drunk on new love. If you're in that drunk on new love honeymoon stage, then you can't really think about anything. I mean, it's not like you are in an analytic frame of mind. So certainly, couples counseling, wait until you're having trouble for at least a few months in your marriage. And now brings me to the other point. And of course, don't wait for 10 years. Don't wait until it's too late. But yes, wait until there's an issue. Just like every child should not be preventatively put into therapy upon their parents' divorce. And I say that in my book and I say it in my posts. That's what actually turns so many kids off of therapy for when they need it later in life, is that they were forced into therapy as some sort of preventative measure when their parents got divorced to assuage their parents' guilt. And not just for that, the parents thought it would be a good idea. But it's not. If the kid is not experiencing any issues, then the kid should not be put in therapy. It's like, would you put like a healthy person into physical therapy? No, they could go to the gym, sure, if they want to. So that would be like reading a book about relationships, or talking about relationships with your own therapist. But if you're actively looking to address problems like before there's problems, why? Plenty of people do fine without couples counseling, plenty of people. Securely attached people that had positive templates in their home for marriage do fine. You guys could ask me some questions about this. I do have a few minutes, so you can. Everybody watching should send me a like. And then I do want to get to the other thing. If you're dating and you're having a lot of conflict and it's been like less than a few years, there's no kids around, and you're having a lot of conflict, no, I don't recommend couples counseling. You're dating, you're trying out people to see who you're compatible with. If you're not getting along with somebody, don't keep it. Would be like putting the relationship on life support when it's dead with like a artificial breathing, No. If you're not getting along well enough to feel no pain during the honeymoon stage, you're supposed to think, this is awesome, this is great, we really click. So if even in a honeymoon stage you're having trouble, especially sexual problems, that is just your fate is telling you that this is not your person. Everybody doesn't have to be your person. Therapy cannot make two people get along in the absence of any external motivation. So the best thing that helps people do well in couples counseling is motivation, like the kids, our life together, even money, anything like shared mortgage, whatever. But if you're two people dating, why? Like, why do you have to power through problems? What is this cult of therapy, you know? I mean, I'm a therapist, and it's like, therapy is not what you need there. What you need is to go date other people that you may be more compatible with. Now, if of course this is a problem where you cannot work it out with anybody, you can't get into a relationship to save your life that lasts more than a few months, then yeah, sure, go to therapy by yourself, not with any of those people, but by yourself to figure out what is hampering your love search, you know? Like, what is it that's hindering you from finding somebody that you're compatible with? So Shoria says, I really liked your example of who put it here as a way of starting fights. I now see it as passive aggressive and why I would start a fight. So thank you. And I think it was informative. Thanks. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I am glad to be useful to you. Maybe you could tell me which podcast or post that was. But I'm always happy to help. And if anybody else has any other questions about relationships or anything else or couples counseling is a pretty in-depth process. Like, it isn't just you're tackling actual issues. That does not help me out, Shoria. The Serial podcast, I do not think that was a title. I must have used some example about Serial, though, in a recent podcast, and I am glad that it was helpful to you. Man, I record these things much in advance, so I'm not going to know. I don't know what comes out. But there is a good one, by the way, that came out today on marital coercion, and so you guys should all be listening to that and what that is and isn't, because that is bandied around a lot, marital coercion, and I talk about what it is and what it's not. And what it's not is a guy saying that he's unhappy with his sex life. That is not marital coercion. But I give examples and a whole role play about what it does look like. So that's a subscriber episode. So you guys should be all subscribing to the Dr. Psych Mom Show. You get 133 extra episodes if you subscribe. All right, guys. Well, I hope you found this instructive, and I will talk to everybody soon. Have a great day. Bye.